I'm gonna start off by saying Happy Father's Day to everybody. It's Sunday, it's the US Open final round, super exciting. And look what I got. Eat, sleep, YouTube, repeat. Yep, super Father's Day gift. I got a mug and a Muskoka chair too. Anyway, why are we here? We're here to do lifestyle video number 26, the update regarding the DJI MINI 2 drone. I don't know if you've seen the videos for Iceland, but it was a catastrophe. I think it was day one, something like that. I think it was day 1 or 2. I believe day 1 though. It was a day just like nothing like today. It was actually more of an overcast, light cloud cover, overcast, and some sunny breaks, I have to admit. But mostly overcast when we first started leaving this waterfall. So here she is, the DJI MINI 2. So this is what happens. Let me lay it out for you. We leave the waterfall, we see this gorgeous rock formation and huge cliff, like huge mountain cliff. And it had those mossy areas down below. And Amy says, ooh, this would be a great place to put the drone up. And I'm like, I couldn't agree more. I'm driving the camper, so no problem. I pull into this rest stop area, get off the road, and at the time, the sun, the sky had opened up, the sun was shining. It looked very much like you just saw outside. And we're like, this is perfect. So we park the camper, I take the drone out, I put it up in front of the camper, and I get the remote hooked up and all that stuff, all the usual stuff. And then I put the drone up and it hovers. And if you know anything about the DJI MINI 2 or some of the other Mavic DJI drone products, they'll hover and they'll register their GPS coordinate for the home spot location. So it does that, and I am not going to lie to you. Within 35 seconds, and if you've been to Iceland, you'll understand what I'm talking about. The skies rolled in and we were hit with a huge sandstorm, and the drone was gone about 150 meters that way. So I'm working my butt off trying to get it back to us. I even lowered it to keep it closer to the ground. It's getting hit with sand and hail. And if you've ever been to Iceland, rain doesn't fall vertically too often. It's usually horizontal. Feels like you're getting shot. So I'm trying to fight to get the drone back, and it crashes into a farmer's field. And unfortunately, I wasn't recording at the time because I was just getting the home point registered. So it would have been awesome to have that video footage, believe me. But I do have some other stuff to show you about how the weather changes so rapidly in Iceland. In any event, the drone crashes, boom, and she is pooched. I'm like, oh no, it's all wet and it's gummed up and it's telling me there's errors here and gimbal stuck there and gimbal motor malfunction and the propellers are not turning. They are not turning. I'm like, oh no, what have I done? So, needless to say, we get back to Canada, and I wish I had the links for the YouTube videos, but I saw a couple of YouTube videos about what to do when your gimbal motors are stuck or your gimbal or your propeller blades aren't spinning properly or whatever. And I saw a couple of videos. I wish I had the names for the channels to give them some props, but I let the drone completely dry out, so it was no longer being used. And then once I got back to Canada, these came in handy, as well as these. So I went to action. I cleaned out all of the motors, just like that. I did that repeatedly. I even did that with the gimbal. I sprayed out the gimbal. And because it was stuck, I also rotated the camera, the gimbal, on its axis to make sure I was getting out anything that was stuck in there, whether it be sand or any moisture or anything like that. I didn't see anything as far as moisture in the actual gimbal camera or whatever, but I mean, I don't know these things. I just fly them. to the best of my ability. I don't know mechanically how they, work or whatever. Well, I know how they work, but I don't know how to fix or repair them. But I followed the directions from the YouTube video that I was watching, and I sprayed it out, and you wouldn't believe it. We had action. We had liftoff. Kids, don't try this at home. What is happening? I survive the Iceland disaster, and then I come home and crash in my own backyard. I suck. Yes, I was hot dogging. You see, this is what happens. Lessons learned. I was all excited, I was able to get the drone back up and running, cleaned it up. I'm doing a droney in the backyard, totally forgetting about the trees that are all around us, and bam, down goes the DJI Mini 2 again. There it is, cracked propeller leg. Damn, I hate it when that happens. Thanks to the Gorilla Glue, boom, she's tough. Incredibly strong, 100% tough. Impact tough. I know what you're thinking. Ross, what sunglasses are you wearing? These are the Randolph Engineering. Video link down below in the description. What have we learned today? If anything, doesn't matter how experienced you are, don't ever forget about your surroundings. And don't fly it in the house when you don't have propeller guards. Oh boy. DJI Mini 2. She's built tough. Even tougher now that she's got some Gorilla Glue on her. I thought I was going to have to upgrade to like the DJI Mini 3 Pro or something. But guess what? The DJI Mini 2 is up and running.